Yeah, we'll see what they're going to be able to pull off and how they'll play around vision as well when it comes to setting up for those dives. Getting the wards out early, getting that protection is so crucial. But matchups like this will decide everything because they're against another team that are very likely in that race for top 10. So every single game, every single win counts, and every single head-to-head can end up counting too. 1v5 at this point, I guess 1.5 for the cat, as the chickens are just being shredded. I think Wei got it, yeah, level 2 for him as a route across the team. Cryan forced to flash away here, trying to get to the brush himself, but Wei should be able to chase this one down. Cryan, no flash, being peppered down, and will fall. Wei flashing for first blood.
God, I can already imagine bringing back Yuumi and Hecarim with the Yomas as well. This champion is just not gonna die and is gonna just cue everyone's faces. That is disgusting. I don't want to see Hecarim. But something I do want to see is that Vi coming out of IG, but unfortunately did get denied by RNG in this game 1. He's trying to look for a pick on this building wave.
Oh, finds the Q. Can they finish it? Lumao trying to get away. One auto! And a Q will finish it from Wink. LP trying to return the damage here, but he's not done that much work just yet. Wink will be able to jump back on the shoulders of his jungler. Wei's in the area, but won't be able to find anything.
Wind Dragon, which is going to be spawning in 1 minute and 20, as flashes are online for both of these mid laners, and especially the Nico and this Lee Sin.
Yeah, bold invade here from Tianjin. No priority. His bot lane is in base. Tries to go for the blue buff. I don't know what he expected, to be honest.
Yeah, and that is going to be 5 plates going into the hands of the Zerias. Was already sitting on that Kraken Slayer, so... Oh, Wei looking for more.
Okay, there's the ultimate that we were on about as Wei just fully sacrifices himself for the play there. A kill for a kill. Both junglers getting those kills in the end as well, as a wave at least will be crashed from Tang Yuan. But yeah, a bit of a questionable dive, honestly, from RNG. Whether or not that's worth, I mean, I'll let you guys at home be the judge. Oh, big CC chain onto Nani. Can they finish off the tank, though? The final chapter, and the Pop Blossom is massive! Cryan takes them to pieces as IG want themselves a fight here. They want the Herald, and they'll take everything alongside it.
And Cryan gets RNG completely off guard, being that Lee Sin's walking into the team fight, but having that Pop Blossom and Flash available gets a 5-man knockup and stun, secures his Rift Herald, and a huge shift in gold for IG. For the side of RNG to tank, but we'll have another look at this choke play where RNG, they were the ones that started this Rift Herald, but they weren't sure which one was the real Lee Sin, as he comes in crying with that flash available as well. 5-man, and this kick out of Tianjin just seals the deal as Nani also follows up with that cask, but RNG getting caught off guard in such a close kind of proximity.
You want to try and pick. There's Lumao getting chased down, and another great kick comes out. The Q is there, but he's knocked up instead and taken down. Lumao survives. Now Pop Blossom from Cryan to try and salvage the play. Weigh the target, and it turns it into a 1-for-1.
Because this, I feel, is going untouched in all of these team fights. As we take another look at what just happened, Lumao gets engaged on, and Tianjin had his eyes locked onto him. This Q2 didn't come out, as we also had Wei committing his ultimate onto this jungler. But as a return, we have a 4v5 while we have Breathe just CSing in that top side.
Yeah, Tang Yuan actually found his Everfrost. That was what denied the follow-up Q from Tianjin. So very nicely played by Tang Yuan, who has been on point with the charms and Everfrost so far this game. Nani, you may have survived the play in the river, but I don't think you survived with this one. 3 people just beaten down on this Gragas. He's damn tanky. They are struggling to finish him off.
A lot of time to
kill. They will get the kill in the end. Pretty much for free. Like, what is the answer on the map from IG here? Potentially a dive at the top side. Tang Yuan, great charm, great Everfrost. Tianjin, he can't make this play happen anymore. Ultimate available for Tang Yuan. There's now a dive in the mid lane as well. It's Aphelios down on, taken apart. Wink the next target. And RNG there speeding up the pace. Tang Yuan 2v1s on the top side as the rest of the map is taken apart by RNG.
Kind of take too many abilities from Tang Yuan as if every charm connected, and he was just getting caught in the top side himself.
Yeah, I did feel like Tianjin and Cryan not really on the same. The top side, and Cryan was like pretty clearly not on board for the play. In the meantime, Wei just over the wall onto Arn. Arn could Gale Force, but the follow-up play is Breathe comes in from behind.
Yeah, try to dodge this as RNG Vi ults onto the face and Breathe connects with his one as well. So that was just a very doomed situation for the side of IG. But we'll have another look at what happened in this top side because it's Tianjin being the one initiating. But after the Q connects, nothing else really follows up and Tang Yuan just slowly chips away at this Lee Sin. And Crying going back to get his wave or at least reset for this mid push.
Yeah.
Just leaves the Lee Sin to die by himself.
During the team fights. Breathe on the front line here. Tianjin looking like he wanted to start a fight there, but I don't know if it's a winnable fight. LP gets caught though. Knocked back, knocked up, but he still survives. And now the lightning clash comes out and the health bars will drop. LP charging forwards. It's a good kick, but he was already going in that direction. He's happy to go further forwards at this point. Naini up next as they try and dive this tower. But with Baron in their pocket, they can just take the objectives.
Really good peel coming out of RNG as well as you see Crying getting that one-man ultimate onto LP, but him having the double summoners didn't mean too much as IG, they're struggling to follow up with any damage, and that is going to be the mid lane inhibitor as they work towards this top side as well.
RNG looking like they've done a lot of work to make sure that they are on top of how this meta has to be played.
Yeah, and we'll just have another look at what happened here as we have RNG's entire squad just protecting LP on the Zeri and on having that red and white, not being able to get into the whole mix of everything, getting zoned out. Tianjin is caught at his own romp here.
Yeah,
is he going to be able to escape?
Anymore. He's going to get chunked out by Tang Yuan once again. Tang Yuan is just hunting Tianjin, this game. Does Breathe? Will take a bit of a chunk, but
he's not dying.
It's just invincible. The whole team goes in. Pop Blossom is here. Charm comes on through onto Naini. His LP over the wall, and it's time to sweep up. See you later, IG. They focus too much onto the tanks. Breathe is still alive, by the way. That whole time, he's just chilling. Went back to base. TP's in now as the supers start to pressure onto these Nexus towers. The flash onto Naini to deny him getting onto Fountain. This is going to be game in 25 minutes. RNG, step up, show us that they've got a great read on the meta, a great understanding of how to snowball and dominate through objectives.
And at the very end of the day, it really did just seem like RNG, they were better in the team fights and they had a much clearer idea of how to play this game out as IG. You see them scrambling, trying to get something done, putting all their abilities and resources onto a Sion, but at the very end, he remains 0-0 and 7, and RNG take this game in a convincing manner.
So Breathe is like, right then, locks in his Fiora. I've got Naini in a cage match. Let's see what we can pull off. And likely a lot of roaming from Crying and Tianjin towards that bottom lane. Kitty, this one's going to be exciting. You can already feel it. Naini in a bit of trouble. Does get the knock up onto Breathe. But Breathe, I mean, you just anticipate he's going to dominate that matchup. Tianjin moving towards the bottom side, but Wei is behind. He's level 3. LP dodging away from the CC as Tianjin goes in. Wink so low on HP and will go down. There's First Blood, and Arn jumps underneath the tower. Double kill comes out for LP, and Tianjin's executed.
And look, at least Lumal doesn't have his double summoners available because he used it to dodge the initial stun out of Wink, but with how this dive started and that Pike CC not landing onto the enemy team just meant that this was going to be a disaster as Tianjin died on half HP to that tower shot. I mean, even Draven died to that tower. This tower really put in the works for RNG to win that, but I'm getting concerned as this Draven and Pike are already behind at 4 minutes.
Yeah, Crying will now spot him. Tianjin is here too. Tang Yuan could be in big trouble, but Wei moving over. Stun will land. CC chain is there, but they can't quite finish the Lissandra just yet. The flash over the wall will keep him alive as LP moves over. Wei gets him caught up and the root comes out from the Graviton. Wei with a kill now as LP finding a bit more gold.
Munch, it really upsets me to think that Millier is the one getting to the fight first before a Pike gets there. And it really does just show that IG, I mean, they don't really have that support working together with Tianjin. And that does mean this Vi is getting so incredibly behind in terms of jungle presence. Maybe they look for a hook here, but from the gameplay so far, I'm sure that he is a little bit scared because this Aphelios does have that item advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like when we're looking at these two teams playing, like you mentioned, Milio is getting to the play before the Pyke, which is not what you expect to happen. Nani, is he in trouble here? Are they going to commit an ultimate? I don't think so. Wei, moving back into the play there. Wei is just permanently in these lanes. Ultimate going to be proc. There's a stun. And they make it look easy. Happy to tank him up even, as they just kill him off for a second time as well. And that'll be breathed with time solo on the tower. No ultimate available, he's still level 5, and no TP. Demolish going to be procced, and all these minions will die to tower.
That is a pretty good trade, as we have both junglers also hovering towards his bottom side. No TPs available for both mid laners, but that sneaky pink ward is going to catch out Wei as he is working towards that level 6. Both of these junglers, honestly, really need that level 6. But I want to see more out of Wing. He has been sitting in that bottom side where he realistically could be pairing alongside Tianjin right here. But oh my lord, that's a very painful trade. He's gonna get soloed.
What just happened? I'm busy proxying right now. He's on basically double the CS. It's LP and Loom out, trying to bait because Wei is in the wings. There's a route with the Gravitum. And the Calibrum comes on in as well. Wei jumps in onto the play. Tianjin tries to get onto LP, but the follow-up's just not there. Wei being the bouncer for his AD carry. Calibrum goes wide. Wink, can he survive this one? Crying with the Tibbers. LP still going. Finally taken down. Crying to get the kill. But Lyssandra's here. Loom out, trying to survive as Tanguyen doesn't have any mana. This is not a good play from RNG. And now finally, something going right for IG. So thinking with Wei in the wings that they had the advantage, but Wei was actually spotted. And even though Lysandra gets first move, the TP from Cryan just sets it all up beautifully.
Yeah, I honestly thought this was looking pretty bad for Tianjin in particular because he was just getting bullied around, but at the very end, Wink didn't die. And he had that ultimate available to clean everyone up, and it really did make the difference. While on, he was also not under any threat after LP got picked off. So at the very end, it is a very successful skirmish for the side of IG, and this is exactly what they're looking for to really upset the tempo and scaling opportunities for the Aphelios and Fiora.
Yeah, and that'll be 2 Drakes off the back of that as well, so stacking neutrals.
I really want to see IG trying to force a 5v5 in the mid lane because this Sion isn't going to find any success in the side lane. RNG throwing the ultimate out.
Yeah, a couple of ultimates there.
Wink?
Bit of a whiff, but Wing! Oh, he does! LP, that was beautiful! The combo with the Moonlight Vigil Calibrum turns it into a kill. Wink caught out of position. And if they didn't have priority before, they certainly do now. Drake should be theirs. Death actually already used. Breathe, happy to tank up the Sion ultimate. Here's Tianjin. Wait, forced to flash away. They're onto LP. This is the engage that they needed. Breathe has to flee for his life. As a 4-strong IG just brute force the fight. In the meantime, Wink is looking for Tanguyen. Forced the flash as well. They may not have got themselves the early part of the fight, but they are willing to pounce. Can you really significantly threaten this? Like, Breathe is just going to 1v1 Tianjin. There, look, he's actually running at Tianjin. You've got to leave on this one. Grom taken. Here's Wink as well. 3v1 onto Breathe. The final challenge comes on through and he gets it. The healing's here. 1v3. Breathe takes them down.
Walk of shame. Let's go back, boys. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Look at
and now
Breathe,
Breeze's pressuring at the top side. That's another tier 2 in the side lane. That's so much gold into Breeze's pocket in case he needed it at all, as if he wasn't already ahead. Wei pulled in. Still fighting over this mid lane. LP not hit by the Tibbers. Lumao survives. And now Vi's gone real deep to try and take the support down. But look at LP. He's going forwards in the fight, just running at them all, taking the carries apart. And Breathe TP'd into the play. It's all RNG. It's all coming at gold.
In RNG, they're going to go work towards that Soul Dragon versus Anaya from IG and really quickly send everyone towards this mid lane and open up the map, then work towards that Baron Vision. But I didn't know Milieu was a tank. Did you see him? He take like 3 ultimates from IG and he survived.
Yeah, fantastic stuff there. Lumao, I don't know how he got away with that one, honestly, but managed to keep
Criminal.
himself safe. And, you know, Breathe had to be part of the play. That's how they take the mid-tier 1 tower. Just get the Fiora involved.
We see Wing planting down that vision, but I'm not too sure if it's enough. Tangent is making his way from the base, but it does seem like with the red and white, RNG, they're going to secure this Baron very soon.
Yeah, there's a ward over the wall. Wing can't find it. And Tianjin trying to get there, but double smite because Taguan had the spellbook as well. So just taken so fast by RNG. Let's take another look at this fight. Because watch LP as well. He goes so aggressive in this one.
Yeah, and Crying, he lands a really nice initial double stun onto the jungler and Lumar, with the Vi ultimate also connected onto him, but I would love to see Wing get that ultimate reset onto someone so low. I mean, everyone lived on 1 HP, but at the very end, when it comes to these 5v5s and your Pyke isn't doing the damage expected, you're never going to be winning, especially when Breathe is involved into everything. But I'm assuming after all of that, he has the goal for a Hull Breaker now, and he's going to become a menace with that stopwatch in hand as well.
Yeah, it has to be said. When you're running Pyke Draven and you're not winning that lane, it's always going to get tough when it comes to the team fights against the Felios Milio, who are ahead as well. Like, that's never going to be easy. Not to mention that the mid and jungle are both picked to set up this Aphelios Milio duo, who will just continue to siege away now. Green and white weapons, as they actually managed to get away underneath the tower, but the healing comes on through. The Whirling Death is there, and it's Tension to go down instead. Crying only just arriving on the plate as Breathe pressuring with the Baron in the bottom lane as well. I was going to say he's gone too deep, but I don't think there is a too deep for Breathe. He's got just the right amount of deep on the bottom side, pulling everyone over as the rest of RNG take the mid lane.
IG, they're slowly running out of options. They don't have that flash available on Wink, on Crying just quite yet. Breathe, he's flashing in.
Breathe just rinsed him. He just takes Wink apart. There goes the Draven. There goes the whole squad here as Breathe wants some more as well. LP there to support him as the double comes through. 16-6. And you know, the start of the game may not have been quite as one-sided, but the rest of it certainly was. RNG showing up and showing us that they are a team to be reckoned with. They're not just looking at middle of the table here. This is a team that is going to fight for the top of the table. We'll see if they can keep this kind of performance up against some of the other top teams. But as of right now, the coordination, the game plan, everything looking so smooth.
Exceptional synergy coming out of the RNG squad, and my highlight of game 2 being Breathe and how much confidence he was exuding on this Fiora pick, just leading IG around the map and really making them fight for this game 2. But we all have to respect why Breathe is one of the best Fiora players in the LPL, and this game definitely showed that.
He certainly did. Breathe having his way in the top side, and off the back of, you know, an exciting lock-in on the side of IG, right? They go for the Draven, they go for the Pyke.